Welcome back to For the Algorithm. I feel like we always open and we're like, all
Sma-
right, here we are.
Smash that like
We're
button,
here. Smash
banger.
like, subscribe,
hit
ring the
hit that
bell.
notification bell. Did you know that only 70% of you? What do they say? I hate when
Yeah,
YouTubers
they're
put the
like,
percentage of their audience that actually is subscribed to them on the screen. I hate it, dude.
I wonder if it works. Maybe I should start doing it.
Do that. Do you go in your analytics? Are you one of those people in your analytics all day, just like what is the watch time of my videos? Like
I am not. And I'm sure if I did, I would rot my brain with it. Like, I'm sure I could look at it and be like, how do I bring my watch time up?
it already
But
says your camera is
are you
dying.
kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay.
I'm glad I can tell. I could be like,
Oh my
hey Cam, it's
god.
dying.
Okay, well, you know what? Now I used to worry that like I would lose my footage if the camera died, but now it's like recording automatically, so I'm just gonna let it die and then I'll change the battery. Um, can you see the stamps on my hand? Dude, okay. I don't know if my babysitting stories are at all interesting. I babysat for 3 kids last night and I went there and the parents were like, "Yeah, they're really easy, this should be pretty easy. They're very like polite and they do what they're told." That was not true at all. They were all
Were they
so
rowdy?
difficult. They were so rowdy. And they were okay. Like I would do it again. They were 3, 4, and 7. I've never
Oh
worked with a
man,
3-year-old. It
what does a
was
3-year-old even do? Oh, you said that 3-year-old could talk, so
She could
that
talk,
was a it's
not
a thing.
super well. I couldn't I felt bad. I kept being like, "What? What? What are you saying?" But I like I like to talk. You were kind of saying you do this, that you talk to kids like they're adults, and I kind of do
Yes.
that too. But
What's
you
up, little
can't really
nigga?
do that with a 3-year-old because they don't really know what you're talking about. Like I could do that with the 7-year-old. I could talk to the 7-year-old like he was my equal. He was a piece of work, but he was funny. But the 3-year-old, oh my goodness, she like I was kind of telling you before, she didn't really have like a grasp on words yet. Like she's still kind of learning. So like they had this adjustable basketball hoop in their basement, and she wanted to like first of all, the 7-year-old was playing with it. And she was like, I wanna shoot the ball. I wanna shoot the ball. And he's like, you can have this other ball. And she's like, no, I want that one. And starts crying. And I'm like, can we please compromise, guys? And he's like, no, I don't want to compromise. I'm like, ah.
Babysit.
But
How long have you been babysitting? Is this like a thing that you've done for a long time?
I've been doing it on and off since I was like 12, but I
Oh,
haven't done it as much recently. Like I did more of it in like middle and like early high school, and then by mid to late high school I had other jobs. But now I'm like, oh, I'll watch your kids. Like I've got a couple. I feel weird calling them clients, but I guess that's what they are.
you got
Like
your
I've gotten a
clients.
couple my clients. Um. Oh, but yeah, this 3-year-old with the basketball hoop, she'd be like, make it lower. So then I would lower it, and then she's like, no, lower. And then I lowered it more, and she was like, I want it lower. And then I made it higher, and she was like, there, thank you. I was like, oh, okay.
She she doesn't understand. It's funny like the way you described it, like the words, like how
Yeah.
opposite like it's. I'm like, how does the opposite word like in her head compute to that being the word? Like,
Yeah, I
how did
don't
that
know.
start? Like, who is she around? Like hearing talking.
Yeah, I don't know how they managed to mix that up. But then later she was looking at like a book or something, and she pointed to something in the book and I couldn't tell what it was, and she was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "I don't know." And she goes, "Oh." And I was like, "No, I don't want to give you bad vocabulary. Your vocabulary is already not great. I don't want to feed into that." Um,
So that's so. How
but
does this? Oh, it's an app. The idea of picking a babysitter from an app. I know these had to be some white kids because
I
this
know.
this is a big disparity. Like, dude, black people
Right.
do not. I never had a babysitter growing up. My parents were
Mhm.
never like, "Here's a babysitter." We talked to her for like a week and she's gonna watch you. No, it had to be like my mom's like
Yeah,
childhood
someone
friend.
from the neighborhood. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that too.
or like a family member. Like my cousin would babysit me a lot. Rest in
Uh-huh.
peace to her. But she babysat me a lot all the time. And like my older cousins. But dude, whenever like I'd see a movie, oh it died. I'm gonna keep going. One take, Jake. When whenever I'd see a whenever I'd see a movie and it'd be like white people, like the mom would be like a babysitter's coming by and like the white family doesn't even know this babysitter. They've never met them before. I'd always lose my mind. I'm like, this is terrifying. Like this isn't the way, man.
I know, I've kind of had that thought. Hold on, I'm gonna elaborate. I don't know if you can hear me from here.
I can.
Um. Oh wait, I need to not fiddle with the camera because no cuts, no cuts, no
One
cuts.
take, Jake.
Um.
A sleeveless shirt for this piece of dirt.
Where it makes yeah, yep. Um. Oh yeah. Like as I was getting ready to go over there, I'm like, this is like someone's kids. Like I talked to her on the phone
It's
for
their
a little
pride and
bit.
joy. You didn't even see their. Was it like a face to face? Were you like, hey there,
Is
hey?
there's another family where she had me come over a different time and meet the kids before I actually went and babysat them. And I was like, this is fair. This is understandable. But this one, no, we talked on the phone that morning and I told her a little bit about
Yo,
myself. And then,
you
yeah,
could have been you could have been a crazy person.
I could have been a
Could have
crazy
been Cam
person.
the killer, Cam the cannibal, Cam
Yeah.
the kidnapper. There's a lot of k sounds that go with
This episode, Cam the Kidnapper.
Cam the kidnapper. Dude, that is such a white like that is whenever like movies when we're babysitters over never happened in my life. We didn't have
Mhm.
babysitters, man. That's a thing.
Oh my goodness. They were so I can't even I can't even. They were I don't know.
Were you
I
paid enough?
allotted I think so. They gave me a good amount of money, but I'd allotted because they said they were easy and they were like they'll be tired. They've been like running around all day, so putting them to bed should be easy. So I allotted like 20 minutes for each kid, and the first one took like over an hour, and I was like, oh, everyone's gonna be late to bed. And then once I put the first one down, the other two slept in the same room, and I was like, okay, this will be easier maybe because it's two at once and they're older and maybe they'll be stupid of me to think the older ones would be easier. Um,
How late were you there
but
for? Was it
not
like a
late.
all night or I don't know
No.
how babysitting works. Do babysitters stay like do they sleep there? Like how does this go? This is like a
Some
foreign
babysitters
concept
sleep
to me.
there. These parents got home relatively early. There have been times where I'm there till like 1 in the morning, but these parents were they got home pretty early, which was almost a problem because it's down. I was really worried that the parents were gonna get there and the kids would still be like up and running around.
Oh,
But um what was I gonna say about
but
that?
this is
I
such a
don't remember.
job that like only like dude, I know I could never have this job. Not because I don't
Yeah.
want to, but I don't know, people don't trust like if you're like if I introduce myself like, "Hey, Cam, I'm a babysitter." That's
Mhm.
my that's what I've done my whole adult life. I'm just a babysitter. I'm a 26-year-old babysitter.
I mean, I do feel like some like boy children might like
Yeah.
a boy babysitter. These two boys, oh my goodness. Um one of them kept trying to like fight me and I was like I will win. Like he was trying to outrun me. I was like you can't outrun me. Like I will chase you through. And then I was like are you going to make me carry you to bed? And he was like you can't pick me up. And I was like I will pick you up and carry you to your bed. And he was like I don't think you can do that. I'm like no, he was like I'm 50 pounds. You can't pick me up. I'm like watch me. And then I picked him up. He's like, "Whoa, do you have a six pack?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I want to have a six pack." He was so silly.
Kids are funny, man. I don't know. I don't have. I'm not good with kids. I just I don't have that like. Maybe it's because I'm the youngest. Like I'm the
Hmm.
youngest in my, so I never had like, I was always the kid growing up. Like I never had to like
Hmm.
look after a kid, so I don't have that in me. Like you see a kid, you're like, hey little guy. Like I never,
Yeah.
like I see a child and I'm like, I can't talk to you. I'm supposed to be like, sup, nigga. Like I can't talk. I can't, what can I do?
I was kind of trying to sit around with them and be like, "So, how's it going? What you been up to?"
Did you file
I'm
your
like, "I'm gonna,
taxes on time?
yeah, tax season coming up. Tax season is not coming up, but that's okay. Um, they don't know the difference. Um, yeah, I don't know.
But man,
Oh, but the last thing I'll say about it was that they were being so loud and rowdy, and like throwing things. And they wouldn't turn out the lights, and they wouldn't stay in bed. And one of them, I feel like I shouldn't say their names, but there was the, not that it matters, but there was the younger one who was 4 and the older one who was 7. And the 4-year-old kept being like, "Listen to Cameron, listen to Cameron." And then the 7-year-old would start like screwing around, and the 4-year-old couldn't resist like playing with him. But I was like, "You guys need to go to bed." And I was like, "If you don't go to bed and your parents get home, like I'm not gonna come back. Like they're not gonna have me back. And you like hanging out with me." And they're like, "Yeah, oh, he did this thing where he had a toy gun, and he was like, 'This gun shoots at bad babysitters.' And then he pointed it at me, and then he put it down."
what? That
He was
that
like, "I'm not
is
gonna shoot you." And I was like, "Hell yeah."
that's a mind game. That's
I
that's
know.
wild.
He faked me out.
I mean, at least
Um,
they accepted you into their fold. They
I
were
know
like,
he
"You're one of us."
but I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna sit here," because every time I leave, they had like a camera in the room. And so I would go down, and then oh yeah, that was the other thing. There were cameras in all the rooms, and I was like,
Oh man,
"Oh my god, they're watching me." But the cameras in the upstairs rooms were just because there was a monitor downstairs. So I would go downstairs, and then I would look at the monitor, and they're like running around and throwing things. So then I was like, "Okay, I'm sitting in this room until," and then I'm sitting there, and they're lying in bed, and suddenly the 7-year-old goes, "They're home. You should go downstairs." And I was like, "What?" And he heard them. I didn't, but he heard them pull into the driveway. So then I
those
went
ears,
downstairs, and they came in the
like a
door,
dog.
and they were like, "Hi." And I was like, "Hi." And I was like, "That kid's actually clever as shit." Like he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew, all right, they're home. It's time to settle down. He just
So
wanted to have fun, but he didn't want me to pay for it.
they were just
So if I
rambunctious all night, and they were like, "All right, the parents are home now. Now it's time to time to get in
yeah,
bed."
if I could go back and shake his hand, I would. Like, credit to you. I didn't realize that you also understood the stakes. But
Man,
yeah, that's my babysitting story
man, children,
from last night.
babysitters, white babysitters. Are you gonna babysit them again? Are you gonna?
We'll find out. They said see you soon, but they all kind of say that. So I don't know. I feel like it's hard to get repeat clients because a lot of the times they're just looking for someone for like one night. But if the kids really like you, then they'll go back. Like I have one repeat right now where the
Hmm.
kids really liked me, and they were like, "We want Cameron again." So I've gone back there a couple times.
Your
But yeah,
your name in my mind is always Cameron. Whenever that E is enunciated, I'm like, who is this? I'm like,
there's an
who
E in
is
your name.
this? Get this out of here. It's a hyphen. Like
Yeah,
it's a no, it's an
an
apostrophe.
apostrophe.
I don't like this.
Yeah,
Even though that's the rapper's real name, his name is like Cameron. So I don't know
yeah.
what that means. But oh yeah, bad jobs, bro. Have you ever what's the worst job you ever had in your life? Well, first off, I honestly haven't had that many jobs. Like I would go to a job and I'd be there for like at least 2 years. So I haven't had too many jobs.
Mhm. I worked as a server assistant. That's what it was called. It was basically a busser at a restaurant when I was 15 or 16. And I worked with a couple friends of mine who, one of them was a dick. One of them was such an asshole. And he made life so hard for me because we were all like part of this group, but he was really catty, and he didn't like me for some he I mean, okay. He basically, this is gonna sound This is genuinely, I I'm a very like, I like doing things for my friends, like making them things and doing favors and stuff. And so he, I think, was weirded out by that because he was like, she's fake.
Wait,
He
what?
would always be like, she's fake.
Why? How is it
Like,
fake? You like to do nice things?
I don't know. I because I would like go to parties and I would stay relatively sober so that like I could take care of people and like make sure that like I walk everyone home. And I think all I can think
That's
is that in
fake.
hindsight, it's like, oh, this is like a power thing. Like, because you're drunk and I'm not, and so I must be in a position of power over you. Like, that's the only way I can think that
Oh, I
he would
saw
have.
that. I've seen this online. There was numerous posts on like Twitter and stuff where they were like, the one person who doesn't get drunk around all their drunk friends is always a weird one. It's like you need to get drunk with us because we're all letting ourselves get into a state of vulnerability, and you're the only one who isn't. I'm like, this is a weird thought
Like,
to
I
have.
cleaned up my, oh, those friends, I swear. Most of them were fine. But that one, he was so I literally cleaned his vomit off the floor. And I have to imagine that he was just like embarrassed by that and was
He was like,
like,
you
instead of
weirdo.
being like, oh, she did a nice thing for me, had to be like, oh, she just wanted the power. It's like, what power? Like, I had to clean up your vomit. Anyway, he was a dick and he would like mess with me. So like I just remember this one time that I was carrying like this massive tray full of glasses and he like rammed into me as he was coming out of the kitchen, like very clearly on purpose. So I dropped the glasses and everything shattered everywhere in the middle of a shift and I almost started crying. So I was like, why?
Wait,
Like,
how?
just
First
let me
off,
live.
how old was this guy? That's because you were
He was
15.
also 15 or
Okay,
16.
I'm about to say if he was like 20 something. This is weird, but I
No.
mean it's still weird. But like
Yeah.
I'm like okay, if he's like
Hmm.
that seems like something like a stupid 15-year-old
Yeah, like a teenager would do.
boy would do.
Yeah. But, and then that job, I'm trying to, what else happened at that job? Working with a couple people who, over the course of that summer, my relationship kind of soured with. And then I was like, oh, I
Uh,
hate working with these people. I don't want to work with these people anymore.
See, I never
But,
befriended anyone from. I never have befriended anyone from a workplace. I would always. I come into
mhm.
work. They'd be like, "You never talk," and I'd be like, "And I never will." Like, three,
Well, they were friends of mine before we started working there, which made it kind of worse.
three
But I did
years,
have,
never, no words.
I was kind of talking about like that other, well, I'll let you go first because I was about to just keep going. But what have your bad workplace experiences been?
I don't think that it was just retail as a whole because
Yeah.
I don't. I've not worked for too many bad companies. I mean, I've not say I've worked for a good. I think my current job is probably the best company I've worked for. Where I feel like, hey, I'm actually a valued team member here. It
Hmm.
feels like I'm in the 1950s where I can work my factory job and support my wife and three kids while
Hmm.
while she's at home making apple pies and stuff. Like it, it feels like that. but like I don't know. It's just retail as a whole. I don't know what it is with retail where it makes people so evil. Like
Yeah.
you'll encounter a customer and they're like losing their mind and they're treating you in a way and I'm like I know you aren't like this. Like I know in your day-to-day life you don't scream at like a 16-year-old who has
Hmm.
never had a job before that forgot something in your order. Like I'm like I know what it is. It's like a power trip. It's like that's their one moment they can like they have like control over you, I guess. Well, they feel like they have control, but I don't know, man. But retail, I can't never. You're in retail right now. You're in
Yeah.
there.
I'm in there.
I've had it all, man. I worked Black Fridays, overnights. Dude, I
Yeah,
literally
that
had a
sounds
customer.
horrific.
I literally had a customer. It was like a black girl, and I was like, I asked her if she paid for that because she was like carrying this huge thing of like chicken that she bought from us, and then she accused me of being racist, and I was like, you see, I mean, this
Hmm.
was like in the COVID era, so and I had a hairnet on and I had a mask on. I remember I took the hairnet off and I took them. I was like, I was like, whoa, sister, like.
Hold on.
We're in this together, man. Like,
Come on.
but
That's
man,
funny.
retail as a whole, worst jobs. The best part of retail jobs is anything that's not related to customer service. Like when I worked at a nondescript retailer that's very similar to your retailer, my favorite shift
Mhm.
was coming in at 5 in the morning and unloading the trucks. I was like, I can come in with my sweatpants, and we're just
Yeah,
in the
that
back of the
sounds.
store, and we're just unloading a truck for like 8 hours, and that's it. I don't have to walk the store and like do all this stuff. I was like, this is my favorite shift. I want to do this every single day.
Mhm. I feel that. Yeah. I think the one nice thing about the place that I'm working is that it's like an outlet type store, so I don't have to like sort everything the way that I would if it were a, like everything has a very specific place where it's like here, it's just kind of like I put it on the shelf where the shirts go or the rack where the shirts go. But I don't know, maybe I'm being too optimistic because I've just started. So maybe I'm going to
What have you
come
done
back
so
here in a
far?
couple weeks and be like literally nothing. I've just done orientation.
Did you
And
have to go through your whole OSHA safety, safe lifting?
mhm.
I don't know what type of stuff retail. You don't have to do food safety. I'm pretty but
No, but I've
like
done my
this
fair
is
share of food safety
this
because
is a
I've only
team lift
worked,
object.
not only worked, but I've largely worked food service jobs up to this point, with the exception of 1 year where I worked at the merch stand at like this local venue, which was fun,
Every
but the
time,
hours were crazy.
like every like 3 or so months, we'd have to like retake the food safety thing
Hmm.
on like the computer, and it was the same thing. I'm like, why do I have to sit through this? I have these answers memorized. They would show me
Yeah.
like this incident where like someone got like poisoning from Cece's Pizza in 2011 or something. I
Hmm.
literally I could probably like if I tried I could close my eyes and probably recite the whole like script that I read. I'm like, well, what was the contaminant? It was from this like the worst.
I can like see those diagrams where it's like, oh, like a drawing of like a fridge, and it's like you're not supposed to store this above this because it could drip, and you're not supposed to put this in the blah 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 blah. Which
Yeah.
I should be able to give examples of what they are, but I'm not serving food anymore. It doesn't matter. But near the end of high school, up until like COVID, I worked at a place that already I think just attracts a lot of old people, like a chain restaurant that I think has a lot of old customers. And
Wait, let me narrow
also,
this down. Is it a breakfast place?
it's not a breakfast place. It's like a cafe kind of deal. It's like a lunch place.
Hmm.
But it was also in a neighborhood that I think was near like a I don't know if it was a retirement home or just like an apartment complex for old people. There were a lot of old people that came to it, especially like in the morning, and they, like you were saying, they just like to like yell and just make a scene. And
They love it.
I remember like when I was training and they were like, all right, this is like Bob, and Bob is always going to come in. He's going to ask for this sandwich that we don't have anymore. And you have to just tell him we don't have the sandwich anymore. And he's going to get really angry, and you just have to hold your ground because we don't make the sandwich anymore. And I was like, okay. And then lo and behold, Bob comes in. He's like, I want this sandwich. And I'm like, we don't make that anymore. And he was like, well, I want you to make it. And then I think the compromise was like, that we could make modifications to a different sandwich that made it like close enough to what he was ordering that he would accept that. I
That was
remember
okay with him.
someone came in because it's also like a bakery, and so we would have like baguettes and stuff. And so she comes in, she's like, "I want this," and we're like, it's like the very end of it's like I don't know 8:45 p.m. and she's like, "I want 6 baguettes," and I'm like, "We have two." And she's like, "Well, I want six." I'm like, "Well, we don't have that. Like, you can try again in the
Yeah.
morning. The bakers come in at night and they make the food, and then you can come back." And she was like, "Well, I want six." And I'm like, "I don't know what to tell you. We don't have six."
I never get this mentality where like they think asking again will make it happen. Like it,
Yeah.
I worked at a grocery store and the prepared foods where like you fry the chicken and the JoJo's and like the mac and
Hmm.
cheese and all that. And like say we're supposed to like order, like one of my responsibilities was like looking like you had to place, like if it was a big order you had to place it a week in advance. So I'd look at all the sheets for like Monday to Saturday or whatever, and I'd be like, okay, this is approximately how much chicken we need to order, and I'd order more to just fulfill our daily needs. But like,
Hmm.
if we're out of that and the order doesn't come in until like 2 days from now, like I don't, there's
Hmm.
nothing I can do. Like I want 200 wings. We don't have 200 wings, and then I'm like, I wish I could. I can't like,
Yeah.
I can't fabricate these wings, man. I can't.
Hmm. What was I gonna? Oh, this was also the place though, sort of in that vein, where I when I would get or I got like a difficult customer and I was like just so worn out from it that I went to the back and I was talking to my friend who was a dishwasher and he was like, "Do you want a massage?"
Oh
And I
yeah,
was like,
oh yeah, the thing you told
"No."
me about. A
And
massage
he would
on
always
spot?
on spot I was like, "I'm okay." And he was like, "Are you sure?" And then um he would like when I worked closing shifts, he would want to walk me to my car at
Oh
night,
man.
and then he'd be like, because we talked to each other in Spanish, and he'd be like, "Beso, besito." I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna give you a kiss.
Oh
No."
no.
And he'd be like,
There,
"Un besito por tu amigo," and I'm like, "No, no besitos. Thank you."
there was
He
like
was.
one Christmas Eve, because I guess we were open on Christmas Eve, but not Christmas Day, because it was like a retail. Their hours are, they're always open, man. People were
Mhm.
legit buying Christmas gifts that day. I'm like, why are you waiting? Why are you upset that we're out of PlayStation 5s on Christmas Eve?
Mm,
Like, you know this, man.
yeah,
But
that happened. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
this girl, I don't know. She kind of, I don't know. It's not that I feel like I'll be found, but I don't want to put. I want to say I heard a lot of trauma. There was a lot of trauma dumping at at this
Hmm.
job. I don't know what I think. Maybe being like working with mostly women and being like a one of the only men that wasn't like an older manager or like some like creepy old guy that's working there on the weekends. That's like, hey, little girl, like. So I don't know. They'd like, hey, they'd like, I'd be like stocking shoes, and they'd come by and tell me their life story about how their father left them, and I'm like, that's pretty sad, man. Like,
Yeah, that's
I'm
rough.
gonna stock these shoes, all right, and then like go on. But it was Christmas Eve, and she was just, I guess, like she thought she was gonna go back home to like her family, but I guess it didn't work out because I guess she'd been separated from her family for a while, so she
Hmm.
had like no plans on Christmas Eve, and she was just like, "Do you want to go?" She was like, "You want to go to Applebee's with me on Christmas Day?" I was like, this is really sad, but I'm sorry, I have a family. Like, I was like, I still feel bad thinking on that. I'm like, I could have worded that better. Like, like, I'm sorry, I have a family.
Have a
Like,
family. Oh goodness.
I mean, I was hanging out with her while we were there, but I'm like, I gotta go home and like see my nieces
Hmm.
and cousins and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
but she was so sad. It was legit like a movie scene. Like it was snowing outside and like the store was about to close and she was just standing like there as like the wind was blowing. She was like, "Do you want to go to Applebee's with me on Christmas? Do you want to?" She invited me back to like her apartment to like I stay overnight or something. I was like, "Merry Christmas," but I have a family.
Merry Christmas. I have a family.
I, hey, I could have said, "But you don't," and then like, but I didn't.
I used to do. I mean, I guess I'm not speaking ill of this company, but I used to do grocery delivery with
Oh
them.
wait, let me
Um,
think.
I feel
What
like I
you're
can.
in?
Hmm?
You're in Chicago. What are their well, because I know that the groceries in my area is either like I've never seen a Kroger, but I've heard of them. What
Hmm.
what are the? I mean, you could cut it if you don't want to one
Yeah.
take
I
Jake.
mean, it wasn't directly from the store. I did Instacart,
Okay,
but um oh, while we're in this, speaking of local stores, do you have Jewel?
Jewel?
No. Okay, I'm
No,
gonna look up real quick. Jewel, Osco.
I've never heard of this. Jewel?
But there was a place that I went when I visited my friend in Ohio. What was it called? Oh, it was a name. I don't remember the
Was
name
it
of
a
it.
grocery store? What type of place
It
was
was a
it?
grocery store,
All the grocery
and
stores
I think it was
in
a guy's
Ohio
name.
are Acme, Giant Eagle, Jewel Osco. I've
Jewel,
never heard of
Osco. All
this.
right,
Is
browse our directory. Let's see.
I looked up
Illinois,
Jewel
Iowa, and
Osco and
Indiana.
it's own and I'm seeing Chicago only. This is where
Yeah, it's a big
Kanye West
Illinois
shops.
thing. Yeah, they have they have four Indiana locations and 183 Illinois locations. So I guess
Yeah.
it's an Illinois thing. Anyway, I did Instacart. It might have been at Jewel, actually, now that I say that. But it was the night before Thanksgiving, and someone ordered, I don't remember, it was a turkey or two turkeys, but the store was completely out
Raw
of
or
turkeys.
cooked?
Raw. Yeah. But she wanted a whole turkey. And I was like, they are clean out of turkeys. And we're like messaging back and forth. And I'm like, I don't know. I can look for like turkey like legs. I'm like looking all over the store. And most people in that position would probably just be like, LOL, sorry, and then mark it as like out of stock and go
Oh
on. But
yeah,
I
that's what
was
when I worked at a grocery store, that's exactly what I did.
I was
If I
such a
couldn't
people
find it,
pleaser. I was like the prime Instacart shopper. I would be
you had
like,
the
I need to
five
get like
stars.
the best fruit, and the I would be like so careful with my substitutions, and yeah, I got good ratings. But anyway, I spent so long in this store trying to figure out how to like get her something for Thanksgiving. And I think she ended up coming out of her house, like instead of me just dropping the groceries, she came out like, and it was a sweet moment, but I was also like, you really should have prepared better. Like, you shouldn't have been Instacarting a turkey the night before Thanksgiving.
First off, if you're
But
starting that turkey the night before Thanksgiving, that's not a good turkey.
yeah,
That's
that's what
not
I'm
had
saying.
time
I'm
to
like,
marinate. No
you're already getting
marination
the
time.
worst turkey and you're not married. Yeah.
No brine or whatever.
Yeah. That was a
It's already
Cheryl for
dry.
sure.
A Cheryl.
A Cheryl in the kitchen.
And don't
Um,
trust them. Don't trust those kitchen
mhm. Kitchen
Cheryls.
Cheryl.
Oh yeah,
But,
because when I worked at a grocery store during the peak of COVID,
mhm,
and I'm pretty sure that's what hospitalized me. Honestly, just being exposed to, just being
mhm,
nonstop exposed to to that all the time. But like everyone
mhm.
else was at home collecting that like $1,000 a week unemployment, and I was like, I'm out here every day.
Yeah.
But they would have me
Man.
like do that. You know how like grocery stores have their own like inside delivery thing where, and
Mhm,
it especially blew up during COVID where like you can download the app and pick the stuff out.
mhm.
And if I couldn't find the item, I would just say we were out of it. Like I walk to the aisle, I look to the left, I look to the right, I don't see it, it's gone. It's in a place that's inconvenient for me to reach for it. It's gone. It's
It's
not
gone.
there. I'd have to get a step ladder for this. Nah.
No.
I would do that for everything. Like this item is closer slightly than the other item. Replace. Like I would do that all the time, dude. Because it wasn't my job. Like I was a prepared foods person, but if that area was slow, which it kind of
Mhm,
was during, people weren't coming in getting like rotisserie chickens and stuff. I'm
mhm,
like, this isn't my job. This doesn't reflect on this reflects on a different department, not
mhm.
not connected to me. And
That's
there was
funny.
no personal rating. I would be doing it on someone else's since I didn't have like access to that, like
Uh-huh.
someone else would sign me in on their like shopper picker thing and have
Mhm.
me do it. I'm like, haha, gone, gone, gone. Like
Oh, well, not my problem.
move on.
Next item. Oh God.
But you're like the opposite of me in many ways. Like
I know. I was just thinking that. Like
in many
this is
ways.
a just like in and of itself. We could just bring up any topic and then have like opposite reactions to it.
You're like the like that. No, I don't think you're uptight. You're not. You're pretty relaxed overall. But you're like, what's the word? I don't know. You're obsessive is also.
Yeah, like
I'm trying to think.
like meticulous maybe.
Yes, you're meticulous. I'm just like, it's good enough. I
Like,
did it.
whatever.
Like, I'm I'm like I did it, so it's great. So
It's perfect.
I mean, my name being awesome. This little, I feel I have like, I mean, I still have a pretty, I naturally have a pretty big ego, but like when I created that at 15, it was like, I mean, Noob isn't here to confirm, but he can like clarify. I was like, I'm the greatest. Like, I was like,
It's a good place to be.
I was like, everything I do is the best. Like,
Yeah, see, because I'm like scrutiny, 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 and can't get anything out, can't get anything done. But that's a whole other can of worms. I was just gonna.
I wanted to discuss that Masta Artisan.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna
Oh my
say.
god!
I was with my friend yesterday, and he was showing me this song, just for the sake of contrast. Let's see how quickly I can. I'll replace this with music that sounds like it. But
I love the technical difficulties. This is
yeah,
just your life.
it really is.
This feels like a YouTuber song.
Yeah, but it's cute. So anyway, that's what he showed me, and then you can queue up what I showed him.
This beat is insane.
Oh my god!
I can't believe
this. Yo, I can't believe this. Yo, I cannot believe this. It's just, oh my god! I can't believe this. Yo, I can't believe this. Yo, I cannot believe this. Yo, let me tell you something. Once again, this crap keeps happening. Feeling like I took 4 shots to the abdomen, because every time I think
What
I
is that
look,
I'm
reality
so
reminds me.
We dissected this. We dissected this when we first discovered this. We dissected this. We went through. It's sampling like the intro of like a movie like that. Dun, dun, dun,
Right, I've
and
definitely
it's just
heard that. Is that
looping
just
it.
like a royalty free? Like if I look up dun 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 sound effect.
Let me see, Matt. It's like the beginning of a movie, and that and it loops that dun, 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 dun part.
If you search dun 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 sound effect, it's the first thing that comes up.
Yes. I'm seeing there's like a website that shows all the samples. Like it's called like Who Sampled. Wait, I think I found it. Yeah.
Is this on Who Sampled?
Yes. It's just that. And then he just like warps it with like a weird loop.
Yeah.
But as
it's
insane as this beat is, the wildest part to me are these incel lyrics. Like
It took when you were showing this to me the other day. It took a second for me to like realize, oh, this is like a petulant song. Like
he's mad. He's saying, "Oh
mad.
my god, I can't believe this. Let me tell you something." Oh, he can't take it, man.
Masta Artisan lyrics.
Let's pull these up. Someone annotated? Oh, this is hilarious.
Oh my god, yeah. Does this just say, yeah, he cannot believe. Oh my god, I can't believe this. Annotation, he cannot believe this.
Once again, this crap keeps happening. Feeling like I took 4 shots to the abdomen. Because every time I think I come across some divine luck, reality reminds me how much life sucks.
That's some assonance. That's some internal rhyme.
I hate... You could tell he... Because, okay, so Masta Artisan is a reviewer that was on That Guy with the Glasses, Channel Awesome. He was in that era with Nostalgia Critic and Todd in the Shadows and all that. He was the rap critic. I'm pretty sure Todd in the Shadows and Rap Critic have, like, reviews together where they're, like, doing...
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're, like, doing reviews together. But this came out before he was even a relevant internet thing. This is when he was in college and he made rap music. And I actually listened to all his albums on Spotify. And one of them has the worst album covers I've ever seen in my life. Wait, you have to see this. Wait. Go to Spotify and look up Masta Artisan. It literally looks like...
Masta Artisan.
The album is called Starving Artist Hungry MC.
Alright, let's see.
Look at the album cover.
Starving Artist Hungry MC. No, don't add to liked songs. Oh my god. Remove from liked songs. Go to album. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, that's pretty bad. What is going on in that on the right?
He's a hungry MC. He's like eating a burger, I think.
Oh, he's eating a burger. I was like, what is on his... What is all foolish MCs? Oh, he's eating. He's eating all the foolish MCs.
He's eating the competition. That's what he's doing.
Gotcha.
But we gotta go deeper into this.
Yo, let me tell you something. Once again, this crap keeps happening. Feeling like I took 4 shots to the abdomen, cause every time I think I came across some divine luck, reality reminds me how much life sucks. So here I am again, screaming like a whiny brat, cause I had the nerve to think someone could like me back. What arrogance, what presumption. Either that or some intense malfunction that keeps building these hopes up with my insane heart.
So this is something I don't think I've ever talked about. I would torture Noob. I would just play this on a loop all night, and I'd play it through different filters. I would spend the day thinking of new ways I could reintroduce this song to him, so he could
the things you've told me you've done to Noob,
so he can never get used to this. Hey man, he's
and he endures it, I guess.
It's our thing, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would reintroduce it in a different way, like I might play it with like an echo reverb or something different to throw it off, so it sounded a little different. And I played this for some reason. Every time I would wake up in the night, I would always pop in on My Insane Heart. That line was always the one I'd hear.
Malfunction that keeps building these hopes up with my insane heart.
I just love that bar. With my insane heart.
Insane heart. Honestly, yeah.
Starts, and this time will be an exception to my track record. But maybe I should have hired a fact checker to tell me, hey.
That cut is crazy.
You thought the same thing every other time too. And when I go through this, the pain within me rages to the point where all I can say is, oh my God, I can't believe this. Yo, I can't believe this. Yo, I cannot believe this. It's just, oh my God, I can't believe this. Yo, I can't believe this.
The moment when he flips the table is something I would replay a lot. Like,
it's some Jesus imagery.
He gets so upset that he flips the table.
He is the rap Jesus.
When they were selling.
Yeah.
He's the rap god. Eminem is the rap god, and he's the rap Jesus.
Yeah. Yo, I cannot believe this.
I hate these cuts. I hate this
What?
angle. I hate this camera angle. This is the worst. He's like drooling into the camera.
Yo, I mean, what am I missing? What do I have to do? Because I know things won't get better after you. It's gonna be a different situation to make me go for the illusion, but then it ends in the same conclusion. And when love rolls over me like a vicious tank, I feel just like the victim of a malicious prank. Cause at first, your emotion gives you in.
You heard that? Love runs over me like a vicious tank, and I feel like the victim of a malicious prank.
I'm telling you, look at that. That's like a triple rhyme.
I hate this type of rapidy rap. The rhyming just for rhyme's sake. Like, if it sounds natural when they're like... But I hate this lyrical, spiritual, miracle, swimming pool. I hate this type of... I hate this type of rap. Like...
Listen, little kid. Gen Z is trying to cancel Eminem. Honey.
been busting before you were born.
Implicit trust, but then when that expectation gets crushed, it's so embarrassing. You think, how could I fall for it? And trust in your own feelings gets distorted. But in the practical joke for someone else is the prankster, it's your own emotions that drove you to such anger. That sprang from the fact that you feel like a buffoon, from blowing up your own hopes like a balloon. And when I go through this, the pain within me rages to the point where all I can say is, oh my God!
He flipped the table. I feel like that's all we really need to see of this song, though. But
I agree. That's as much time as he did.
song...
Oh, except the part where he says, it's the same old music. See, what you did was confuse a nice guy for a eunuch.
For a eunuch? Wait, did that happen yet? Or
No, that's
no, we gotta get to that.
This. Yo, I can't believe this.
We gotta get to the part where he can believe this.
Oh my God, I can't believe this. Yo, I can't believe this. Yo, I cannot believe this. I'm so sick of going through this. No matter what fate chooses, I'm the one who loses. It's the same old music. See, what you did was confuse a nice guy for a eunuch. And you know who this goes out to. The ones who can't seem to notice when someone cares about you. Why do you give the best of yourselves to the worst of us? Is a God being a complete joker? Plus, cause I heard the fuss. And you should know that it's difficult to change a man whose attraction to you is only physical. And it's pitiful to give something special to someone worthless. Why do I meet so many girls who make this the purpose? When will you see that this path will always lead to rejection? But I guess I could ask myself the same question. I mean, we're both on a similar mission, chasing after something that will never come to fruition. And heartbreak is heartbreak, I get it, but his was different. She had someone nice to fall back on, and I didn't. And that's how it always ends, because I'm just a really good friend. Oh.
And your camera's about to die soon.
No! These batteries are so bad.
But I really can't believe this, that your camera is going to die. I can't.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you something.
Gonna live it out again.
But that song is so bad in like it's so bad in an earnest way where you could tell he was trying his hardest. When people are bad on purpose, when they're trying to do something
that's what I was
bad,
gonna. Yeah,
it's
that's
like
not fun.
it's not the same.
I can sense that he is heartbroken, and that makes me feel kind of bad. Like, we're making fun of this heartbroken guy. He's really
I listened to this
sad.
guy's album. I listened to that full album, and that was the worst song. I guess he's a trained opera singer, so there's a lot of like singing on the album.
Oh,
where
wow.
he'll sing choruses and stuff. It still sounds weird. I wish they took the stems from this album. Someone actually did remix the Oh My God. They like mixed it better, so it did sound like a little bit better, like the vocals and the production.
I was gonna say, I already
it
went
works.
and AI split the vocals and the instrumental just to screw around with it on my own time. But
I'm surprised you never heard this. This was like a big thing on the internet. People randomly discovered this.
yeah, honestly.
Let me
For
tell you
someone
something.
as online as I was/am.
But I guess you're online. This was like This is online in like a subset community. Like you had to be.
Yeah, I was gonna
in
say
this,
maybe
like,
it's a specific corner of the internet that I wasn't on.
Yeah. But it was everywhere.
Yeah. Oh.
But that incel anthem, man. I The thing is, like, I feel like, cause I don't know, man. Like, it makes me doubt his critiques. Cause I used to watch all his videos. He doesn't post as much anymore, and I do catch him when he does. But now I'm like, cause I remember he reviewed Cameron, which is the greatest rapper of all time. But
There he goes.
he reviewed Cameron, and he gave Cameron a negative review, and now I'm like, well, is that so?
What are your credentials? There is
The
like
fact that Cam...
Hmm?
What were you going to say?
I
was just going to say, the fact that you got an Elgato game capture just for
this.
just for this, man. I mean, it's good.
For the algorithm.
For the algorithm.
I got it for the algorithm. I did it for the lulz, as they say. And Smiley. Have you seen Smiley?
Smiley?
Are you familiar with it?
No.
Oh man, okay. Shane Dawson made a horror movie, like, many years ago.
Oh man,
And
anything with that is not good.
yeah, it was like, you go into this chat room, and then if you say 3 times, you say, I did it, Lulz. You say that 3 times, and then Smiley shows up and kills you.
Was it bad?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh man.
What were we saying? Oh, yeah, with regard to the rap critic. There are times where people are able to, like, critique something without actually being able to do it. Like, there was some movie they watched on Best of the Worst where, like, the guy who made it was a film teacher. And it's like, he could teach about film, but he couldn't actually make a good movie himself. And sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know.
I now I'm watching his old reviews. I'm like, man, you trashed Cameron. You trashed
How dare
you
you.
trashed you trashed Hey Ma, and you made this song. Like
Yeah, how are you gonna do that? How do you reconcile that?
But Shane Dawson, that's such a the resurgence of Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star in that one era where they were like, I was like, what is it really this year? I'm like, it's not 2007, and
Yeah, and we're talking about
Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star are being talked about. Like,
Oh man,
I'm like, is the medic droid back? Like,
I think I got a Ryland Adams. Or is he Ryland Dawson now? Or Ryland Yaw? Yeah, his last name is Yaw. But I think I got
that resurgence. Were you a fan?
Oh no, but I think I got a Ryland video in the recommended on the For the Algorithm channel.
Oh.
And I was like, no, I'm good.
I love going into the watch history of the For the Algorithm. When I went there and just saw like 25 screaming cat sounds, I was like, what is going on here?
What
Screaming cat sounds.
And I forget to change accounts, and then I out myself.
It's just
Did I tell you I
25 of
freaked
them.
Mouse out with that?
Oh,
I was trying
you played
to.
it?
Yeah. He was sleeping on the foot of my bed, and I just wanted it because I had like a crash sound effect in that Project 2025 video, and I wanted to have a screaming cat in the background. But I played one video, and Mouse like shot up and started running around, and I was like, "It's fine, it's okay. You don't have to fight anyone. It's okay."
He just wants to fight all cats. All cats
Well,
in the area.
He thinks his cat wants to fight him. No, he just wants to sleep. He wants to sleep and eat his sustainable tuna. And get lots of pets. He'll just meow at you till you pet him.
Oh, yeah, but tuna. What have you ate? What did you eat?
Take a guess.
Did you have eggs? I'm assuming you had eggs today.
I haven't had any eggs today.
Yo, I'm clapping for that one.
You can applaud that, but the answer is I haven't had anything today.
You haven't eaten nothing today?
No. Yeah, no. Except half an energy drink. But
Right, I'm taking back the claps.
yeah, you can take back all the claps.
Take it back. I fried chicken today. I fried
Nice.
since I have to I'm working 10 hours every day. I fried like a week's worth of chicken and like
Mm-hmm.
portion them off into like daily amounts and everything.
Mm-hmm. Good
That's the way.
idea. I should start meal prepping, I say, knowing that I just am not going to do that.
Eat, man, eat.
I know.
I don't know what it is. A lot of like the women, because most of ever since I was like a kid, I think it's just because I grew up with all big sisters. I never
Mm-hmm.
really, so I've always had like mostly women friends. Like I would hang out with my sister's friends, and like would become friends with their like younger siblings. So it was like a thing, but
Mm-hmm.
they always are like, yeah, it's 7 o'clock and I've not eaten today. I'm like, whoa, man.
Yeah.
How are you alive? Like, eat food. After this, get some eggs.
I'll have some eggs, yeah.
You gotta egg it up. Get some vegetables, bro. Do you be eating them vegetables?
Yeah,
Are you
I do.
vegetabled up in here?
I do. I eat fruits and vegetables and such.
Oh, I love that comment. That oh yeah, me scoffing at your
The
family traditions.
ugh, come on here, and I
Okay,
just get
what?
bullied. This first of all, this thing titles like the uh recording sessions, and this is called Twilight Laugh because
Yeah.
I come on your channel to get bullied. He bullies me for my laugh. He bullies me for my family's traditions. You're a what is it? Have it right here.
You got a
Um,
definition? Oh, oh, that
no, yeah,
comment.
I have what he said. Um, man, my Wi-Fi.
And you're just frozen right now. You're like,
Oh,
it's like a
you're
smile.
a
Oh, you're moving now.
you're an asshole and you're ignorant and you don't respect other people.
Amen. I gotta say, I'm much better than I was in the past.
I can
Whenever,
imagine
when I think about like
to be
young me, like me from like the age of like 10 to like I want to say 17, maybe even 18. Like when I'll be like I'll look at Noob. I'm like, man, why were you even friends with me? I'm like I was a terrible person. Like
oh my
I mean
god.
I've always had like a base foundation of I guess like because I was raised I've always had strict morals of like this is how I should be as a man. But like
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I'm like, why were you friends with me, man? Like,
Oh my god.
why are you still friends with me when I play oh my god all night?
What else? Um,
What is the nearest Jewish holiday? We got to bring Judaism into this somehow. Oh yeah, you look at you researching. I thought you were Jewish.
I know. I'm a gino.
I hate that
Um,
word. I hate that word. You're a you're a gino.
oh shit, Shavuot is coming up. Um,
Shaguot?
yeah, that's you read the Megillah. Is that the one where you oh Jesus. Is that the one where you unravel the Torah? Wait,
They all got the
let me
Torah
go on
in
Shavuot.
scroll form.
Oh yeah. But I don't no, Shavuot is just you stay up studying the Torah. What's the one? Oh my goodness. Um, Unraveling Torah holiday. There's one where you unravel the whole thing. Simchat Torah, which is when? October.
How many Jewish holidays are in a year?
Um, there's
Seems
like
like
a
there's
bunch, but
always one.
there's um let's see. What does it say? How many Jewish holidays are there? There's a bunch. Okay, 8 major and 8 minor holidays.
Okay. I
Because
thought there
there's
would
the
be
high
like 70.
holidays. There are two like high holidays, and those are like the important ones. And that's like Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. But yeah, there are a bunch of like littler ones, including Shavuot, where you read the Torah, and I don't remember what else you do.
Have
Um,
you So do y'all have like scrolls, like Torah in scroll form, like just at the crib? It's just there.
Oh
Like you
yeah, I
got
have a
some
mini Torah.
scrolls to
Is
unravel.
it here? No, it's at school, I think. I don't
Do
know
you whip
why
it
I brought it
out?
to school. I do not whip it
You
out,
like
but I just have a mini Torah. And I there are definitely videos because I would keep it like on my nightstand over here. Um so I think you can probably see it in the background of like some old videos of mine. And I have a mezuzah on the door to my room. Um
I didn't even know you were Jewish until we watched. Because I watched your videos and then we watched Glee, and the first episode was about there was like a Jewish controversy. What was that first Glee episode where they it was something, but there was like a Jewish, and then you were like, yeah, I'm Jewish, and I was like, oh, you're Jewish. I
oh,
didn't even know.
yeah. I was just saying to someone, I was like, yeah, I'm not openly Jewish, and he was Jewish. I was like, yeah.
I
Well,
remember
especially
on
in this political climate.
I remember in a video you said that the Jew reveal was on my channel. My channel
Oh yeah.
was your Jew reveal.
Well, because at first it
I
was because
think
like I would talk about anti-Semitism, and I was like, if I'm talking about anti-Semitism and then I'm Jewish, it's like, oh, well, then it's just because you're Jewish. That's the only reason why you care about anti-Semitism. But now it's like, oh, I have opinions that differ from a lot of Jews on this specific topic. Um, but I don't know. I don't actually know. I feel like people outside of the Jewish community are like, yeah, most Jews are anti-Israel. But then, like, my anecdotal experience with Jewish people I know is that is not the case. Um, like, both life are like, yeah, so you're pro-Israel, right? And I'm like, can we talk about anything else, please? Um, but yeah. So now it's like, oh, if you hear I'm Jewish, you're gonna have some assumptions about what I think about certain things that I don't know. So I'm not ashamed of
I
it,
didn't even
but I'm just like, oh, I don't want you to associate me with that.
I never
Yeah,
saw a
I don't
Jewish
know.
person in my life until Danny B.
Until Danny
Well,
B.
and you can't tell in media because anyone will be Jewish. Like it'll be like Al Pacino could. I feel like he's played a Jewish person.
It's possible.
So they like interchange. Like it'll be like an Italian guy, and he's also Greek, and then he's also just a white guy, but he plays a Jewish character. I'm like, what is? It's like confusing to me. But I mean, it's just all white people, I guess, because it's like black people just play black people. It's not like this guy is Ethiopian, this guy
Mhm.
is like from Ghana or something. Like they don't get
Yeah.
all specific with it in that case.
I mean,
But I
there's some
didn't even.
politics
I literally
around
know.
brown Jews, but yeah. Hmm?
Yeah, I know nothing. Whenever you tell me something or like Danny B mentions something Jewish, I'm like I'm saving that. That's new information. Like
Yeah.
new information.
Hmm. What else? What else can I tell you about Judaism? I don't know. I wonder if that contributed to because you put in your short white/Jewish Thanksgiving.
I just did that for the algorithm. To
Yeah, for the
when
algorithm.
you put more
Hmm.
like words in something like.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it got like 370 something views. I'm
Yeah.
happy with that. That wasn't like some like political or like to separate or
Hmm.
something. That was just for the it would have been longer, but it was like shorten the length of your short title.
Mm.
It was like white/Jewish Thanksgiving is different than Black Thanksgiving. Like I was just buzzwords
Hmm.
to feed the search engine.
Yeah. Ugh. What else? What else? I don't know.
I used to think, man, have all our episodes ended with discussions of Judaism? Is this
That seems to be a running
for,
theme, yeah.
for the Jews
You like to bring it
podcast?
up. You like to be like, let's talk about your Judaism. And I'm like, okay, sure.
It's interesting to me. I don't. It's a new thing, man.
Yeah. Like, we could talk about my bat mitzvah one of these days.
Oh yeah, the Bat Mitzvah episode.
Yeah. Talk about Oh my god, that was such a.
How
Bar
old is
mitzvahs are so weird.
How old is it?
Well,
You're like, how old are
12,
you during that?
12 or 13. I was. What was the date? It was in May, so I was either 12 or 13. I don't remember if it was before or after my birthday. I should probably remember the date of it, but I don't. Um, I think it was before. I think it was 5, 10, 15. So I think I was 12. Um, but I was so just like dorky, and I had my hair like curled, but I didn't brush it out, and so I just have these like ringlets, and it's oh, I could find pictures.
We gotta have a bar mitzvah cam. I didn't the genuinely the first time I heard that was in the Drake music video for HY, like the acronym HYFR. That was the first time, because the music video it was him having an adult bar mitzvah with like Lil Wayne and everything.
It's funny.
And that was also the time I learned Drake was Jewish. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Us.
Drizzy Drake.
Drizzy Drake.
But yeah,
Aubrey.
Cam, eat eggs. Aubrey.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Smash like.
One of these days, the next time, like, you're gonna have to make a cooking video. I'm gonna send you a recipe, and I'm gonna give you very, very detailed steps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like, do this, fry chicken. I feel like you could fry chicken. It's not that hard. You could definitely fry some chicken. You just get your chicken, you season chicken, flour, and you throw it in oil. You just lob it. Well, no, I mean, you set it in the oil.
These days.
You'll do it.
Perhaps.
I'm gonna do it, man.
All right.
Yeah,
Plan.
this was a good amount of time.
All right.
I feel like this was lighter. This wasn't heavy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Cameron, KILLA Cam for the algorithm.
Yeah.
We in
Thanks
here.
for
This is
watching.
fun. I enjoy this.
Oh my god! I can't believe this! Yo, I can't believe this! Yo, I cannot believe this! Oh my god! I can't believe this!